You found the pod. You found the podcast, Go Beyond the Brief, where we take a deep dive into the societal currents shaping our lives. Together, we'll explore the often unseen forces at play. We'll examine the research, dissect the data, and most importantly, if you're seeking to understand what's shaping our society, this is the place.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Welcome, everyone. Today, we're taking a deep dive into something really complex, often misunderstood: domestic violence.
Or intimate partner violence, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely
Right.
not just what you might see on the surface.
Exactly. We want to get into the web of psychological, social, even technological factors behind it. Our goal today is really to go beyond simple definitions, give you a more holistic view, a shortcut, maybe, to being well-informed.
Good goal. So where should we start? Definition.
Yeah, let's get a clear understanding first. DV, fundamentally, it's defined as a pattern: physical, sexual, emotional, psychological abuse.
Used by one person to get power and control over another. That pattern part is key.
Right. And central to this, you find coercive control.
Ah, yes. Coercive control. It's insidious, isn't it?
Totally. It's this deliberate, ongoing strategy. We're talking threats, humiliation, isolation, controlling finances.
And often, crucially, without any obvious physical violence. It's all about subjugating someone's free will.
That definition really hits home, the subtle nature of it.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, though, how does this sort of invisible control show up in, real-world trends? Do we see this in the data?
That's a great question. And, well, the data is interesting. You have national crime victimization surveys showing, relatively stable rates of violence overall.
Okay.
But here's the paradox. Advocacy centers, they're reporting a big increase in people actually seeking help.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some places like North Dakota, for instance, saw a 3, maybe up to almost 6% rise in victims getting services just in 2024.
Wow. So more people are reaching out, which sounds positive.
It does suggest maybe a better public understanding, more willingness to seek support. But at the same time, a recent analysis looked at U.S. cities.
Yeah.
Reported domestic violence incidents actually increased by 3% from 2024 to 2025. And this was while other violent crimes were decreasing.
Okay, wait. So other violent crime goes down, but reported DV goes up.
Exactly.
That really stops you for a second, doesn't it? It tells you DV isn't just another crime statistic.
Absolutely not. It has unique drivers.
Its hidden nature, those really personal dynamics,
Yeah.
and the calculated strategies you mentioned. It just needs a totally different lens for you to understand it.
You've hit it. It's not static. It's dynamic, multifaceted. We have to look beyond the obvious physical signs.
So tell me more about these calculated strategies. You said perpetrators aren't necessarily out of control.
Often, no. It's quite the opposite. They employ incredibly calculated methods to gain and maintain power.
Like what?
Well, gaslighting is a big one. That manipulation that makes you doubt your own reality, your sanity.
Insidious.
And they often maintain this charming public face so outsiders have no idea. What's really chilling is that sometimes the most damaging abuse leaves no physical mark at all.
That's a really crucial point. And are there personality traits linked to this kind of calculated psychological attack where empathy just seems missing?
Oh, definitely. Research points to strong links with traits like narcissism, grandiosity, lack of empathy, and also antisocial tendencies, where hurting others just doesn't register as wrong.
And these traits lead to the psychological and emotional abuse, even if it never gets physical.
Precisely, which makes the victim's experience incredibly isolating.
So, okay, we've talked individuals.
Yeah.
What about the bigger picture, societal factors? Did something like the pandemic change things?
Oh, absolutely. Big societal disruptions, like the stress and forced isolation of COVID-19, they definitely amplified abuse for many, made it harder to escape, harder to get help.
Right, being trapped.
And then there's technology. Modern tech adds a whole new layer with digital coercive control.
Digital coercive control. What does that actually look like?
It's more than just nasty texts. It's pervasive monitoring, using tracking apps, spyware, controlling social media, constant harassment online. It makes the abuse feel, as some researchers put it, inescapable and unpredictable.
Wow, inescapable.
And it's alarmingly common, especially among young adults. Some studies show up to 75% of college students have experienced some form of tech-facilitated abuse.
75%, that's staggering. And it highlights how blurry the lines of consent can get, especially online, which actually brings up an important question, particularly now with more visibility around alternative lifestyles. I mean, where power dynamics are part of the dynamic, consensually, How do we tell that apart from pathological abuse?
That is such a critical question. And the core difference, this is vital for you to grasp, is explicit, informed, and ongoing consent.
Explicit, informed, ongoing.
Think about healthy BDSM practices, for example. They're built on rigorous negotiation, clear boundaries, safe words. People involved often show high levels of psychological well-being, actually.
Right, it's all pre-agreed.
Exactly. Abusers, though, they exploit this distinction. They might borrow the language of subcultures like BDSM to confuse and gaslight their victims.
So they twist the language of consent itself.
Precisely. They create this state, sometimes called coerced caring, where the victim is manipulated into believing they've consented to the abuse, when true consent was never actually present. Understanding that manipulation is key for safety and empowerment.
Okay, so wrapping this up. DV is complex, dynamic. It involves calculated control, not just outbursts. Society and tech amplify it. And genuine consent is the absolute bedrock differentiator.
Well put.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with maybe one final thought to chew on. In our hyper-connected world where digital lines blur constantly and abuses get more sophisticated, how can you, in your own spheres, help foster environments where genuine consent isn't just a fuzzy concept, but something fiercely protected?
How do we ensure no one gets tricked into thinking abuse is anything other than what